Hey there, Darren Campbell with Confident Home Solutions, licensed general contractor, builder, remodeler in North Carolina. So we got some footage of a deck that we did here a few months back. Some good information in here. One is Harley shows how he uses the joist hangers, how he hangs them, because those things can be buggers if you don't know how to do them. Another is I show how I keep my deck boards running true across the deck, give you some tips there. Third, we show how picky I am. Yes, I'm picky about our screw lines, and Harley is too. We love super straight lines. We love showing off our craftsmanship in our decks. Even on little decks like this, we like showing it. And then we show how to plumb handrails. Now, it's not an overall video of this deck, but we give you some good tips in there. So hopefully you guys enjoy. So these are 2.5-inch screws that Harley's running in on a 45-degree angle. It doesn't really matter because the screws are going to be taken back out. But the whole purpose of this is by running this screw in, we're able to put the joist a little high, and then we can finish by pulling it down. Now, one thing we're not showing is we typically lay a level across the top of this over to the band joist and get it perfectly set at the right height. And so if you set the joist a little high, just run that screw and it pulls it down, and you're gonna see right here you can put the joist right up, the hanger, and nothing is fighting him. And hangers that have no nails yet. One thing that we found that really makes a advantage on a deck, or what I mean by that is taking it to the next level, is routing that. You're not going to be able to see it probably. Let me get my head out of there. Is routing that profile on your different ends. Really takes your deck to the next level. Yep. I'm going to do it right here, but maybe I should fit this board to make sure it actually goes in. That fits. So that's what you get right there, smoothed off, and so all the sides look the same. So Harley has these strings up here, and this is pretty much how we've figured out how to give ourselves really straight lines. So we do these strings because that way he can be marking the deck out while I'm moving 5 boards ahead each time, and then marking a board down, 5 boards ahead, marking the board down. I'm going to show you how we do that coming up here in a clip here in a second. But this is how we get extremely straight lines with our screws. We love good craftsmanship. We try to represent it in our company. And some people say, hey, you know, I shouldn't say some people. We've never had a homeowner complain about us doing this. Some contractors may say, hey, this is overkill, but I don't think so. We love what we do, and hey, it just shows in our work. Is you can go 5 boards over before you screw them again. Now, I screw the 5th board down, I lay 5 more, screw the 5th board down. You can't go any more than that, or ends up being difficult to adjust them. So let me slap some boards on. So what we have here, I got my string running down through there, and all right, so I want to make sure these boards don't grow and gap. What I'll do this in here. Alright, so I'm going to take my measurement over. Just over 45 and a half. So I call it 45 plus. I'll take my board off here. Move it on down. Tighten against. I'm going to take my tape measure. Yeah, see, we're measuring 45 and an eighth. Remember, I said I got to get. I'm not going to get all of it, but I'm going to get close to 45 and a half. That's okay. I'll be able to make that 16th up or an eighth up. On my last boards going down. So we aren't your average deck builder. Our decks seem to be a little bit more precise than others. So this may not be for everyone. So remember, I'm looking for that 45 and a half measurement. Got 45 and a quarter there. Oh, I got it. So take a little wedger board. That way it's hands free. Ah, slipped on me. I got it perfect right there. There it is. All right, so I want to show you, if you do this right, this is what you're going to end up with. So I want a 1/2 inch overhang. What do we got here? 5. 5. That's off about a 16th to an 8th. That's not going to matter. That's kicked out right there. It's not like it's off an inch or so. This is, and we don't have any skinny boards going down through there. Now I don't have a problem with if you have to rip a board. I'd rather not go less than half the board. You know, half the width of the board, because anytime you go less than half, they get real tipsy. But this thing is ready to be screwed in. Okay, we used to use these deck screws for everything, and actually I'd say we used to use these and we switched to these, and they're 2.5 inch. That's a pretty good screw. But we've switched to the stainless 2.5 inch Torx. Now don't buy anything square bit. Don't. They're horrible. They're horrible. Only buy T25 Torx bit screws. Pretty proud of Harley here. He has developed a method as far as cutting these horizontal 2x here, to where he uses a clamp on the one end to hold the one end of the board, and then he traces it from the outside. Now we always inset them 1/4 of an inch, but guys, I know this is sped up, but he is incredibly accurate and stupid fast doing this. It's pretty fun watching it. All right, so this is a post that we've already corrected. You see it's flat. This post over here, we've already attempted to flatten once, or plumb, and we're not there yet. This is what we got to take care of. Let me see. We got about 1/4, 5/16. I'm going to show you how we do it. Alright, so what I'm using here is just a belt sander. Sometimes I do have to cut it back, but for example, if I'm taking off what was it, a quarter to 5/16 off up there. I'm only going to need to take a 16th off here, if even that. So I'm just gonna... All right, so I got the belt sander here. I'm only gonna want to take about a 1/16 of an inch off. I'm being very mindful to only take it off that top edge. So, you know, I'm actually rocking it a little bit up towards the top part of the post. Another thing too, you're gonna see me go lengthways. I'm only sanding it towards the top edge, and then I'm gonna finish it up here with the handsaw to give it a clean 90-degree here. You can see that level. Actually, you probably can't. That's right on. So that was done with just a less than a 16th taken off there to get that 5/16 or more movement. All right, we just threw this handrail up. Kind of small job for us, but we had the deck out back, so it turned out pretty decent. Harley's gonna spray those galvanized bolts right there. We couldn't use the typical hardware that we normally would use due to that right there. So normally these have a for lack of better words, they're a structural lag, and they have a fake nut that basically uses acts like a washer. But we weren't able to do that, so I just ran some galvanized bolts. They did sell the black washers and nuts, so we were able to do that. But either way, it's solid. Good and solid. Good. You say it's solid?
Yeah.
Yeah, solid. So what are you gonna do?
I'm spraying it with a homemade funnel.
Show us.
Spraying this.
He taught me something.
This has a little bit of coating on it.
All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think there's some good information. We're gonna do a couple more of these videos here because this was kind of a fun video. I was going back watching it. I was like, there's some good information in there. There's stuff that I could have learned from this video a few years back. So, all right, see ya.